I head this organization, SunTek Solutions Private Limited, and I have started this organization in 2004 and converted into upgraded into private limited in 2014. And we have been working on developing ready-to-hire talent for IT companies, and from past couple of years, we are even working on core engineering companies as well. So this is the company's, these are the services of the company. So we associate with colleges, and we build ready-to-hire talent for companies who are coming for campus hiring. Okay, so this is the simple service that we offer for colleges as well as companies. So yeah, Asif, please confirm, am I audible, or shall I increase my voice? Is this voice sufficient?
Yes, sir. Audio is sufficient, sir. Audible.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. So guys, this is what actually the company does, and we are here from 2015. We have done one training for your college, and later after some gap, 2020 batch we have done. And there are very good results for 2021 batch, 2022 batch as well. And now we are 2023 also we have taken up, and 2024 batch also we are taking up 2024 batch as well. Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is about our association with MVSR, and we are trying to again build a ready-to-hire talent for MVSR as well. So before I get into the session, my details, I just wanted to understand from you guys, like how you are. I need to have an understanding about this 2024 batch as well. So let us start understanding. I request students from CSE A. I start with CSE. I go to all the branches. I'll talk to every branch student in the first few minutes time, so that I'll get an understanding about how you are thinking, what is your mindset, how what are your ideas about your career objective and all. So then I think I can definitely customize my session for you guys, and it would be useful for you. So anyone from CSE A who would like to speak to me about, I prefer CSE A CR if that person is available. Else, anyone from CSE A who wish to speak to me quickly. CSE A.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, who is this? Divyansh.
Divyansh, sir.
Yeah. Hi, Divyansh. First of all, I appreciate you for coming forward and speaking to me. And yeah. So my question to you is, what is your career objective? Do you have any career objective? You joined engineering, and you must be in the first year ending or second year starting. I exactly don't know. So first year, second semester, right? All of you are first year ending.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is your career objective? Why did you join engineering?
Sir, I like coding.
Okay.
So that's why I thought of joining computer science field, sir.
Okay. Okay, that sounds good. And yeah. So do you have any idea, like how you have to have your career, how you have to take it ahead? Any idea?
Not exactly right now, sir.
Not exactly right now, right? Okay. Okay, fine. So yeah, you don't have an idea right now. That's okay. That's okay. So yeah. Okay, what is your expectation from what did you understand from your you are attending this session, right? So what is your expectation from this session? Any expectation that you have, or just like that have you?
I want to understand what the companies require from us actually.
Okay, good. Yeah, that will be covered. Okay, and yeah, thanks for speaking to me. CSE B, anyone from CSE B who wish to speak to me? CR or any other student?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Chandu. So please tell me, like what is that?
Yes, sir.
Your career objective.
I want to get placed in one of the best MNCs, sir.
Okay, best MNCs.
Google. Yes, sir. Google, Microsoft kind of MNC.
So why you have that interest?
My brother chose that field. I mean, he's already in software field, so I'm going through that.
So do you have any idea if you join Google or Microsoft and all, what would you do there?
I know little bit things are like I want to improve my coding skills and communication skills as well, and I will do them. I'll know.
Okay, no issue, no issue. Thanks for speaking to me. Yeah, Chandu.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Sir, Chandrudu, sir.
Chandru. I'm sorry, I could see only Chandru. I thought it is Chandu. So that full name was not
No
coming.
problem, sir.
CHAND, I could see. Okay, Chandrudu. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry for that. Yeah. So CSCC. Anyone from CSCC? Are there anyone from CSCC who wish to speak to me? Okay. Any CSCD branch is there? Can somebody help me? Is CSCD branch is there?
Yes. No, sir.
No, no problem. So next I move on to ITEA. Is there anyone from ITEA who wish to speak to me?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Hi, Charan. Tell me, Charan.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. What is your career objective?
Well, I would like to get placed in a good company, and I'm thinking of starting a company myself.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
and I would like to know more about your company and how it works.
okay. So, Charan, tell me, like, you wanted to get in a good company. So, why do you want to get placed in a good company? What do you want
Well, I would like to invest in stocks and trading, sir. So I need money for that.
Okay. So, you wanted to make money. That's why you wanted to work in an MNC.
Yes, I'm also interested in computer science, sir.
Okay. Computers. What computers?
I mean, building machines and the softwares, finding all the loopholes in codes.
Okay. Do you have any idea, like, how machines can be built or how software can be built?
No, sir, I'm learning slowly.
Okay. So, are you done with your any programming language?
Yes, sir, I'm done with C. Right now, I'm in data structures and algorithms.
Very good. Very good. Nice talking to you, Charan.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, ITB. Anyone from ITB who wish to speak to me? ITB. Yeah. Anyone from ITC? Is ITC is there?
Good morning, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Sai
Thanks for
Kaushik.
speaking to me. Sai Kaushik. Tell me, Sai Kaushik, which branch are you from?
I'm from ITC, sir.
Yeah, tell me, Kaushik. So, what is your career objective?
I'm just passionate about my employment, sir. I just want to placed in a good company at foreign.
Okay. That's it.
That's it, sir.
Okay. Have any idea about what if you join a company, what you need to do, what is the role and all that stuff?
No, not much, sir, but I'm just learning now.
Okay. Got it. Nice talking to you, Kaushik. I appreciate you, that you have initiated to talk to me. Thank you. So I believe only three sections are there in IT. So now let us move on to ECEA. Are there anyone from ECEA section? Guys, anyone from ECEA section who would like to speak to me? Yeah, ECB. Let us move on to ECB. Anyone from ECB who wish to speak to me? ECC. Are there anyone from ECC who wish to speak to me?
Yes, sir.
Who is this?
Sir, I'm Nikita Sajit.
Nikita Sajit. Yes. You are from ECC?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. So, yeah, tell me, what is your career objective?
Sir, I want to do more research on my field, basically.
Yeah.
In my current, any field based on ECE,
Okay.
like
so
nanotechnology and all.
Okay. And do you know what research actually means?
Yes, sir.
What does it mean?
To get into the deeper root, finding new ways to approach the same problem.
Okay.
In that case, sir.
Good. Yeah, nice talking to you. Thanks, Nikita. Anyone else, from EC? EC only 3 branches are there, or more branches are there? More sections are there? Only up to C section, or D is also there?
Only C, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. And anyone from EC A or B who wish to speak to me now? Yeah, Mohammed.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. You are from which branch?
I'm from ECB, sir.
Yeah, please tell me, what is your career objective?
Sir, actually, I'm not interested in doing AI research or machine learning, sir.
So AI. So what do you know about AI, artificial intelligence?
Actually, my brother is an AI engineer, and I also hold the same interest, sir.
Okay, but you don't have any idea about what is AI and all, right?
Right now, I don't know, sir.
No problem. You are just in first year, but
Yeah.
at least you have an interest. It is good to Yeah. Thanks. And anyone from ECA who wish to speak to me?
Sir.
Who is this?
Sir, from ECA, sir.
Siddharth. Tell me, Siddharth. Now, what is your career object?
Sir, just wanted to get a good job in MNC's company.
Okay, MNC in the sense IT sector or core engineering, ECE sector?
No, IT sector, sir.
So you're interested in IT. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Have you thought about how you can make up yourself to get into an IT company?
Until now, I don't have any idea about how to get into it. Just for that sake only, I have joined.
Yeah. Impressive. Good. You have an interest, that is important, and you are still in the first year. We are there to guide you, not an issue. Yeah. Thanks, sir. And EEA. Anyone from EEA who wish to speak to me? EEA. Okay. Anyone from EEB who wish to speak to me? EEB.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Vinay. Yeah, Vinay, tell me.
Sir, I want to do masters in US and do a startup, sir, after that.
Okay, startup in your field or other fields?
Maybe in software field only, sir.
Software field. So why not your field? Why electrical? You have joined electrical, and why do you want to look into software?
Maybe, sir. I am not yet decided, but I want to keep a startup.
This is a thought that you have, right? It has to take a shape.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. You have a thought in the first year. That is good to have. Nice, Vinay. Thanks for speaking to me. Yeah, C is there?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Only 2 sections, sir.
Yeah. Mustafa, can you speak to me? Who is Mustafa? Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Yeah. Let us move on to mechanical. Okay, mechanical. Yeah, Mustafa, no problem. Mechanical. A. Can anyone speak to me from mechanical? Mechanical A. Hi, Pawan. Are you from mechanical A? Pawan? Not able to hear your voice. It is not audible. Yeah. Any more guys from A or mechanical B? Anyone from mechanical B?
Yes, sir.
Who is this?
Sir, Veda Gabri, sir.
Yeah, please tell me, what is your career objective?
Sir, actually, I want to become a robotic engineer, sir.
Okay. Do you have any idea about robotics?
No, sir.
No idea. But you have an interest in that.
Yes, sir.
Good. You have interest in the first year, definitely you can become. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks. And mechanical C is there, Veda?
No, sir.
Thanks. So yes. Next comes, automobile engineering. Automobile engineering. Who is from automobile engineering? Anyone? A or B section? Who wish to speak to me? Right. Next, civil engineering. Anyone from civil engineering who wish to speak to me? A or B? A, B, C. Saket. Civil engineering. Who is from civil engineering? Revant.
Sir.
Yeah. Revant, tell me, what is your career objective?
Actually, the GATE examination, sir, in first attempt.
What is that? Can you repeat?
Sir, GATE.
GATE.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. You want to do MTech?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. Anyone else want to speak to me from civil engineering?
Sir, hi, good morning, sir.
Yeah, hi Vishal. Tell me, what is your career object?
Sir, I am working in NBCC.
What is that?
NBCC, National Building Corporation Constructions.
Okay. So what do you want to do with that?
I do best way study, sir.
Okay. Good. You have some objective. So guys, let us get into the session. Okay. Somebody, Asif, please confirm whether you are able to see my screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And just to confirm whether is my font visible for you?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Try and make it mute. Tejasri, mute, please. Yeah. Ajay Reddy, Varshit, please keep yourself on mute. Varshit.
Sir, can you try and get it a little bigger?
Pardon?
Can you try and get the text a little bigger?
Text. Okay. Is this fine?
Yes, sir, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. So let us start, and I request all of you to keep yourself on mute so that I can have an uninterrupted session. Okay. So guys, first of all of you have joined engineering. So an engineer is the one who develop applications. So the applications, the objective of becoming an engineer is to develop applications, and applications can be of IT, core engineering applications, because either you are from core engineering like mechanical, civil, electronics, electrical, or you are from CSE IT engineering, right? So these are the two kinds of applications that you will ultimately develop when you become an engineer. So you have joined engineering course, right? Let us now look at what are the career options for you. You have first option, higher education, as few of our friends have told. And what is the second option that you have? You can do a job after your engineering. Third option is you can become an entrepreneur, right? Okay, this is the third option. You have these options with you. And even if you do a higher education, you can go on to the research side and be in the research, or you can do a job, or you can become an entrepreneur. Okay, now let us look at see how when you are an engineer. So when you are doing when you are trying to get into these three kinds of options, career opportunities, then what ultimately you pursue your higher education, and then also you may get into research, or you may do a job, or you may become an entrepreneur. But ultimately all of you will end up in getting into ultimately you get into research, or you do a job, or you become an entrepreneur. So let us look at what are all these things, what are all these career options for you. See, I just want to tell you that if you look at the fields, what are the fields that you have? You have core engineering, one thing. Second, IT engineering, and you must be aware of about one more thing that is very much there in nowadays, that is integrated engineering, integrated applications. I'll tell you one thing. So core is nothing but all your ECE, triple E, and mechanical, civil, automobile. So these are all core engineerings, right? And this core engineering, if I talk about core engineering, so EC, if you look at it has electronic gadgets. So they are all hardware devices, so which are part of core engineering. And triple E, if you look at electrical system. Mechanical, you look at all mechanical automotives or mechanical mechanical things and all. So civil towards construction and infra. Automobile, again, it is very specific to automobile. So these are all the things that are part of your what you call core engineering, and you are developing applications of this core engineering. So what I said, see, if it is a automobile engineering, you are designing a car. So designing a car is a car is a product, and you are designing that car. That is an application. And civil engineering, some civil engineer is constructing a bridge. So that bridge is its product, and he's constructing that bridge. That is an engineering application. Mechanical engineer, they are designing any mechanical design, okay, any mechanical machine design, and they are doing they are executing that design and making that mechanical product. So that is their mechanical application. Like EEE, any electrical system, so that they are developing or designing and developing, that is their electrical application. EC guides, what we are using, laptop, all these things, so they are all EC applications. So they are products of this core engineering. And now let us look at what are IT applications. IT applications are your day-to-day life. What you are using, WhatsApp is an IT application. What you are using, Facebook is an IT application. And your day-to-day, lot of things that you are using in the form of web application through computer or laptop, or mobile application through your mobile. All of you must be aware of Swiggy, right? Yes, Swiggy. And you can just answer in the chat box. You can just answer in the chat box whenever I am asking a question. That help me to be interactive with you. Okay, so Swiggy, Uber, Book My Show. So these are all your daily applications. These are all IT applications, and which you are using in the daily life, right? And what are integrated applications? Integrated application, if you look at AC, okay, AC or TV for that matter, if you look at, so what happens in AC? AC is an electronics gadget. TV is also an electronic gadget. But do you know, in the AC, the temperature has to go up and down, and there are a lot of through remote you operate data. What is the data? Temperature going up and down. In the TV, channels going up and down, volume going up and down. So all this data that you are earlier, what they used to be, earlier TV used to do not used to have a remote. It used to have the knobs for increasing the volume and all. Maybe you are aware or not. And there used to be knobs and all. They are all mechanical application, mechanical system. So that electronic TV was integrated with the mechanical system. So overall, it was a core engineering product. But now what happens? The integrated applications are called as that is also an integrated application. But integration with IT is the new thing now. What does it mean? So if you have a TV, the channels going up and down, and increasing volume, decreasing and all. So all the data operation that you do in this electronic gadget is because of a program that is embedded in that, and that program is that IT, that software program is operating that gadget, that ACR TV and all. So such applications are called the applications which has integration of IT with core engineering. So they are called as integrated applications. Okay, so all the now tell me, you are interested in core engineering. Say for example, civil engineer is interested in constructing a bridge. Constructing a bridge, earlier they used to draw with a what you call, and using the drawing on a paper and all. They used to do that. But now there is no more paper, and there is no more pencil or drawings and all. Everything happens with a software that it in the civil it is called as STAD, structural analysis and design. So this structural analysis and design is a software which would help civil engineers to design any structure. It may be a bridge, it may be a building, or any structure they can design. And things like AutoCAD and all, they help to design civil systems, or mechanical systems, or electrical systems, or electronic systems. Any core engineering system that can be designed using the AutoCAD. STAD is the one which is used to design the structure. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, now it is no more a core engineering, any of the things. Okay, it is definitely an integrated engineering. What does it mean? Integrated engineering means IT plus core. So you are constructing a bridge, so you require a software. What do you mean by software? IT. It is IT. So IT plus core integrated applications are the one which are existing right now, and integrated applications are the only way now to handle digital data. So why integrated applications? Because the data is digital now. Why integrated applications? Because the data is digital now. So when the data is digital, earlier we used to store the data in books and all that stuff. Okay, in records, registers and all. But now, does anyone use books and all that stuff right now? No one uses that. So all the data is digital. So data is processed with what? Data processing is done with the IT, or IT information technology. So how if you have to store the data, then you require database. And if you have to communicate the data, take the data from one place to other place, you require program. Okay, or process the data, you require program. And you require an operating system to actually have the to write the program or to store the data. Okay, so this is what is is the digital system that you have right now. And this digital system, whatever the digital system that we are using right now, because of this digitalization, we have all the applications which are integrated, IT plus core. So you cannot get away from IT at all, because you have to store the data, you need to know the database, you have to process the data, or you have to communicate the data, you need to know programming. And for you to do this, you definitely need to know the operating system and networks, computer networks and all, which are part of your subject. So this is all that is important for you. So what am I trying to say? Core engineering applications are this, IT applications are this, but nowadays, how the world is evolving because the data has become digital. Now all are integrated applications. So they are IT plus core. Now you need to definitely know the IT in terms of what do you need to know minimum, or you need to know about operating system, because what operating system supports what kind of digitalization of data. You need to know computer networks, and you need to know database. Okay, and you need to know one of the programming language. Okay, and what else? This is the minimum thing that you need to know if you wanted to get into integrated applications. So is this clear, guys? Please tell me if it is clear as until now. Unmute your speaker and speak to me, or just type in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
Good. So now let us move on. I told you until now about what are the career options that you have, and what are the engineering applications. We are talking about engineering applications. Now let us look at what actually this application means. So any application is nothing but a product. Okay, it is a product. So you must have heard about software development lifecycle, which is used for only IT application. But what is the life cycle that is used for any product? It may be IT product or core engineering product. It is called as product development life cycle. It is called as product development life cycle. So product development life cycle. Yeah, Gopi Sagar and Spike, please mute yourself. Thank you. So product development life cycle. What does it mean? Whenever a product is there which you wanted to work upon, product is there. So definitely, okay, we'll come to the product development. I will come to this product development a little later. But before that, I want to tell you something. See, what all of you, I am talking about engineering applications, right? Core engineering applications. I am talking about IT applications. I am talking about integrated applications and all. But how you guys can definitely understand what is this application? What is this application and all? So let us look at in our daily use. So we all know about, let us first start with IT applications so that it will be easy. We know Swiggy, Uber, Book My Show and all. These are all IT applications that we are using, right? So guys, please understand, you as an engineer from your first year need to have techno consciousness. need to have techno consciousness. What does it mean? Techno consciousness means how you are understanding the human utility. Human utility. What is human utility? See, if you look at Swiggy, earlier, Swiggy was not there. We all used to go to hotel and have the food, and we used to go to the hotel and ask for parcel. They used to get it done, and we only used to carry. But what is the concept of Swiggy? You can order the food from your mobile or from your house, and you can get the food. This is an advanced thing. So if you look at, you need to have the techno consciousness about the human utility, in which you can use the engineering application. So how it has happened? Let us look at what is what do I mean by techno consciousness? What do I mean by understanding human utility? So you all must have heard about redbus.in, right? Yes, please type in the chat box. Have you heard about redbus.in, which is used to book the tickets for buses? Good. So redbus.in, if you look at, do you know how the redbus.in has is developed or has come into picture, and what is its journey? I'll share that journey with you. See, there are two students, engineering students, in their third year. They went to their hometown. When they went to their hometown, what happened? Their mama asked to book a ticket back to Hyderabad. They went to the bus stand in their town, and they saw that there is a lot of line to book the tickets. And that time only online payments were just coming in India. Plastic money we call it, online payments. And they are aware of little HTML. Then these two guys, what they thought, why somebody has to stand in lines for so many hours? In abroad, already online payments, online shopping is happening. Now, why not we have this model here? So they know HTML, and they made one prototype. What is that prototype? That prototype says that they can show the layout of the bus, and they can give the user the access to these are the buses, and these are the so and so timings, and so many seats are available. If they click on that bus of so and so time, then they can see the layout, and they can see which seats are available and book. So this is the prototype that they have made, and they went to one investor. They went to one investor and told them that this is the prototype. A lot of people are struggling to book the tickets standing in lines. So if you can invest money, we can build this application. This investor has invested money in this prototype, and these guys have built redbus.in. And you guys don't believe, very recently, a few years back, this redbus.in was sold for 500 crores. Okay, and these two guys have got 90 crores each as their profit. And what they are doing now? They have become angel investors. So they are investing on the ideas of students like you. How they got the idea when they were students. So they are investing on ideas of students like you. So you need to this is what they are doing. What am I trying to say is you all need to have the techno consciousness of the human utility. And human utility of what? Human utility of existing, you need to first understand what are existing applications. So if you can understand the human utility of existing applications, what are existing applications that if you have, and then if you can understand about the pain points, okay, if you can understand about the pain points, and then if you can understand about what are the limitations. Now let us discuss about these three. Existing means the applications that are already there, how they are built. So for the human utility, this gives you an idea about, oh, see, engineering applications are like this. So I also have to think in this way. I am studying my engineering, and after I study, I have to develop applications, working in a company as a job, or I have to do a research to think innovatively, or I can start my own company and become an entrepreneur, and I develop products. So this is the what you have to, when you have techno consciousness, and when you try to understand from the point of human utility about the existing applications, then you will understand what you have to do after your engineering. This is your first step. Okay. Then what is the second step? Pain points. See, I'll just tell you about one EEE guy who was in his second year, and he is from a poor family. So he's from a poor family and a son of a private employee who was earning very small amount, 10 or 12,000 per month, and they are living in a small two-room rented portion in a complex, where the owner has around 20 portions, like two-room portions, and this guy is also living in one of the portion. And what is happening? They have a water problem. What is a why water problem? Because sometimes the water is in full, and sometimes they don't get the water. And this guy went and analyzed what is that problem. Then he understood that when the water is switched on, the motor is switched on, the water is getting wasted because no one is monitoring that motor going up and seeing that it is full and switching off. So the water actually would be sufficient if it is not wasted, is what he understood. Then he has developed one device to the it is already there in the market, but he understood he cannot buy that. He cannot ask the owner to buy. So he took help of his friends and a couple of guys. They developed one device where if the water comes to the maximum level in the tank, then automatically the switch gets off, which is ready-made available now, but this guy has made. So this is what is called as having consciousness of human utility, where there is a pain point. So he has understood the pain point and he started understanding how it can be this thing, and all his subject that he has studied, he has applied and he has developed. Did you guys understand this pain point and limitations? Now, if you see Swiggy, earlier we used to go to hotel. Okay, we used to go to a hotel and we used to eat there or get the parcel. Now, but from now you can get the things to your home. So this was a limitation of human living. This was a limitation of human living. And what this guy who has actually developed this Swiggy app, he's my LinkedIn connect, the owner of Swiggy. So what this guy, he immediately after his engineering, what he has done, if I can develop one application, then where the people can order. See how the application. So he has overcome that limitation by thinking new, creative. So what is that application? Let us look at Swiggy. See, on one hand, hotels. So he has developed one UI. UI means front end. What you are seeing in all the mobile applications or web applications, WhatsApp and all. What you see on the screen is called as UI or front end. Okay, it is called as front end. Okay, so he has developed. What he did. All the hotels, they have to register in this application. So this Swiggy application, and what this is called as IT application system. Okay, so if I call this Swiggy application as an IT application system, then what has happened with that? He has, in this IT application system, he has developed an application. What happens with that application system? In that application system, all the hotels, they'll register with this application and they'll put their menu with the price, and this application facilitates them to display their items with photographs and all on one hand, and on the other hand there are customers who wanted to buy the food. So these customers also register, and these customers, when they are opening the tab, web application or mobile application, they see the hotels that are serviceable in their geographical location, and they can choose that hotel, choose the food, and choose the quantity, and select. They gets into the cart. Likewise, they can choose all the food. Once they open the cart, it will ask them to make the payment. So they will make the payment, and the payment can be online payment using different methods, or it can be cash on delivery, COD. So you can choose one, and then the order is placed. When the order is placed, what happens? This IT application system will pass on the order to the hotel. Hotel receives the order, and they give that order to their kitchen, their cook, and cook starts preparing. And this IT application system, what it does further, it would send a communication to all the Swiggy boys who are available in that geographical location to receive this food and deliver to this customer. So this guy will accept that request and go to this hotel. By the time it is prepared, he will pick and deliver at the customer. If it is cash on delivery, then he'll collect the cash. If it is online payment, the payment is done. So this is an IT application system under which which is developed by developed to overcome the limitation of living of a human, right? So this is what is called as overcoming a limitation, right? So how, studying engineering is not we can order grocery items. I'm just telling you what is IT application system, Karthik. So yes, good, we can do a lot of things with IT application systems, but my point here is to tell you what are IT application systems, right? So now if you are looking at, I told about techno consciousness, I told about human utility, and I told you that you have to think about what are the existing applications. If you can have the techno consciousness of human utility of existing applications, then you will understand all your engineering subjects, how they are applied in the applications for the utility of human. And after that, it is not over. You need to also think, the next level is you need to also think about what are the pain points, what are the pain points of such utility, and how this guy, how he has overcome address that pain point, triple E guy. And you also have to go further and be creative and innovative, like what are the limitations of living of human, utility of human, and how with technology you can overcome, like how Swiggy has overcome. And not just Swiggy, Uber, that is a limitation. Taxi, you have to stand on the road and some taxi comes, then you have to get into the taxi. But now you can book a taxi, and this is all happening because of the IT application system, right? So there are two parts here. Techno consciousness is important for you to understand the human utility of existing applications, and also understand what are the pain points and think whether you can provide a solution for those pain points. Okay. And the third one is what are the limitations of human utility and how you can think creatively to overcome those limitations is the objective of doing engineering, whether it is core engineering or IT. And now, as I said, so whether you are from core engineering or IT, now it is important for you to get into integrated engineering. So if you are from EC, you need to know coding. If you are triple E, you need to know coding. If you are from mechanical, you need to know coding. If you are civil, you need to know coding. If you are from automobile also, you need to know coding, because without coding, you cannot live in this digital world. So coding is important for you, unless until you are completely limiting yourself for a construction work which is only execution, this kind of stuff. But otherwise coding is mandatory, right? So I believe all of you have understood what I'm trying to say. So understanding the existing applications, understanding the pain points, understanding the limitations, and for gaining knowledge with existing applications, trying to find solutions for the pain points of human utility, and trying to think creatively, innovatively to find out the ways to overcome the limitations is the techno consciousness which is required for you from first year of engineering. Okay, so this is my part one, and I would just like to tell you part two. So if you are using an IT application system, okay, you must have heard that a guy who is started a startup, he has become hundreds of crores company, like how Redbus in 6 or 7 years time they have become 500 crores company, right? 500 crores company. How they could become? So I'll just tell you how they can become now. See, IT, if you are using IT application system for your services, then you can become, like let us take again the example of Swiggy. See, if you are having if you don't have an IT application system, and if you are managing one hotel, so the profit of one hotel only will be there for you, right? But Swiggy, what it does, if you are aware, they take around 10% or something on the cost of the food, okay, from one hotel. And how many hotels are they handling? They are handling lakhs of hotels. Okay, when they are handling lakhs of hotels, then lakhs of hotels into of 10% of those lakhs of hotels, don't you think it doesn't get into crores, hundreds of crores, right? So if you wanted to having this techno consciousness, and having a knowledge of existing applications, and always trying to understand pain points, and trying to think about solutions, and always trying to think creatively about overcoming the solution limitations. And the next level, when you can do this, then you come to a level of you can do research and do gain get expertise in all these things. Or when you do a job also, you can get expertise in all these things. But after you get an expertise, you can become an entrepreneur. And when you become an entrepreneur, you can build an IT application system for any of your services. It may be Swiggy for food, Uber for cars, Book My Show for cinema. But there are a lot of things. So you can build your own IT application system, and you can bring in all the service providers and customers under this application system. And with just that percentage that you take, you get into crores of companies. And this is how you guys need to think, basically, to become techno conscious and have a grip on engineering applications. Point number one. Point number two, how you can build a company which can become hundreds of crores company is the point number two. So this is what is the intro of my session. We are just done with only intro. We are going to go ahead with the next 1 hour in very detail of how you can become this, how you can get to this level, and what has to be your journey from first year to have this kind of journey and get to the level of becoming an entrepreneur and make a company of hundreds of crores is the one which I'm going to tell you in my part 2 of this session. Okay, so let us look at who is the one who spoke to me first. CSEA, who is that person?
Sir, Divyansh.
Divyansh. So how did you find till now? Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
So how did you find? What is that you are feeling after listening out of all this? Was it understandable, or it has gone over your head?
Understood everything, sir.
Yeah. So do you know all this before, or are you getting an understanding now? Is it useful?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. And who is the one who spoke to me from CSCB?
Yes, sir.
Chandrudu. Yeah, please tell me, Chandrudu. No,
sir, what you said is crystal clear. I know some of this before joining this class. What I understood is we need to think out of the box, so that we can achieve. We can do wonders.
Yeah. Good, Chandrudu. And who is the one who spoke to me from CSCC? CSCC. Anyone spoke to me? Okay, I don't think anyone spoke to me. And ITA, anyone spoke to me from ITA?
I spoke, sir.
Charan, you are talking about company and all, right?
Yes, sir.
So how is this?
It was really good, sir.
Yeah. Have you got an idea now?
Yes, sir.
What is the maksad of joining engineering? Maksad in the sense objective.
Yes.
Okay, you understand Hindi, right?
Yes, sir. We need to understand what is the supply and the demand in the market.
Yeah.
We need to understand the applications of the system so that we can put the idea into this.
Yes, this is very useful for you because you are thinking in those lines, but you need to have this insight, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. ITB, who is ITB? Who spoke to me? ITC?
Yes, sir, it's me, Sai Kaushik.
Kaushik. So how is this?
It is very understandable, sir, and I know few of them before only.
Okay.
And next, it is very crystal clear, sir, and it gave me some more ideas about this.
Okay, thanks. So ITC, right? And ECEA. Anyone who spoke to me? ECEA.
Sir.
Who is this? Siddharth. Yeah, tell me, Siddharth. How is this?
Sir, it was really good, sir. I got some knowledge on what comes under what.
Okay. So you understood, right? What is the crux of engineering?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Good. You are from ECA, right? ECB. Who spoke to me? ECB. Yeah, Teja, I'll come to you. You can ask. My session is still there. ECEC. Anyone from ECEC? ECC. Yeah. Anyone else from EC wanted to tell about how they feel about this until now? EC, overall ECR, CSCR. Vinisha. Vinisha, would you like to speak to me? Yeah. Okay. Triple E. Who is from Triple E? Who spoke to me? Triple E. Quick, guys. I have to wind up by 1 p.m. Triple E, A or B? Who spoke to me? Can you please speak to me now?
Sir, it's me, Vinay.
Yeah, Vinay. How did you find this?
Sir, quite understanding, sir.
So now do you understand what is the objective of joining engineering and all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Good. And mechanical. Who spoke to me from mechanical? A or B? Yeah. Veda, tell me, what is how is this?
Yes, sir. It's good, sir.
Okay.
It's nice.
And what is a takeaway from this for you? So you understood, like, what is the objective of engineering? Joining
Yes, sir.
doing engineering.
Yes, sir. A bit.
Okay. Civil, automobile. Anyone from automobile? I don't think anyone have spoken to me on automobile. Civil. Anyone from civil engineering? Somebody spoke to me, right? Who is that? Spoke to me. Revant. Who is that? Who spoke to me? Civil engineering. Revant, tell me, how is this?
Good, sir.
Yeah, sir. It's good, sir.
You understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, Visha. Yeah. So, guys, I believe this is part 1 only. Right? This is part 1 only. Now let us look at the part 2. For you to become a very good engineer, I said that you need to have this techno consciousness and all this stuff. So this is available in your daily life. So whatever that you are using for your utility, if you can see from the technological point of view, then you can have the techno consciousness. Okay. So you start looking the things from the technological point of view from now. So this is my point number 1. So what we are going to do for what we are going to give you, do for you guys. Okay, let us look at that. So I am telling that for you to become this. See, when we are saying we have talked about applications, ultimately integrated applications we are talking about. So whenever an application is there, there is a process. An application will be developed with a process, with a cycle that is called as product development life cycle. For example, this Swiggy is there. So if Swiggy application has to be developed, first, the functionality have to be analyzed. So what functionality, have to be analyzed? What is the functionality that is required for this Swiggy to build an application like Swiggy? That functionality have to be analyzed, and then we have to design the application based upon the functionality. Then if it is because it's an IT application, we have to do coding. And if it is a core engineering application, we have to do the manufacturing. So coding. Then we have to do testing. Then we have to integrate. Okay. And then we have to deploy at the client's place. And then we have to maintain. And if there are any features that they require further, we have to enhance the application. So this whole process is called product development lifecycle. So you have, we all talk about, what is this position, that position. Who does this analysis? The analysis is done by business analyst. And who does design? Design is done by architect. Okay. And who does coding? Developer does coding. And who does testing? Tester will do that testing. And this integration, everything will be done by the leads. So when you join an organization, how do you join? First, you join as an intern, and then you become an engineer, software engineer if it is a software company, or product engineer if it is a core engineer. Then you become team lead. Then you become project lead. then you become project manager, right? And then what? So you become director kind of stuff. Intern means, when you join as an intern, you are understanding the total product development life cycle, being under this engineer. So you can be in any of the modules here, and you try to understand that. That is only understanding thing when you are an intern. Engineers means you are part of coding or design or whatever the testing and all, and you are involved in that activity. Intern also is involved, but very little. But engineer up to some extent. Team lead means what? There are some interns and engineers under you, and you are taking up some small module, and you are responsible for the building of that module. Project lead means that all the modules together are a project, and you are leading those that particular project, and that project you are responsible for that project outcome. Project manager, what does it mean? So all the projects that are being handled by these technical, see, from this to this, they are technical people. But project manager is a techno management guy. He is a technical plus an MBA. So techno management guy, he would make sure that the projects are developed and also manage those projects and interact with the client and all that stuff. So these are all the positions that are there, which you require a basic knowledge right now. Now, let us look at what are, when I say engineering application development, there are two kinds of application developments that are there. One is product development, and others is services. Okay, so you must have heard about companies like Google, and you must have heard about companies like Infosys. Do you know Google has got its own products like Google Maps, Google search engine, and all. Infosys also has products which are very minimum, but they are majorly services company. What does it mean? They provide manpower to companies like Google for the product development. They do their own products, which are very small in number, but majorly they give manpower to the product companies. So that's why they are called as services companies, and these are called as product companies, right? And a person will get into a services role or a product role. So for somebody to get into a product role, what they primarily require, they require problem solving. Because if they know problem solving, they would be able to think about the functionality. What I told about this product development life cycle, the functionality is the most important thing. So problem solving, if you are good with, then you can this is the first important thing for you to get into a product role. Okay, and second important thing is you have to be very strong with algorithms. And third important thing is you have to be very good with data structures. And fourth important thing is you should be good with one programming language. And fifth important thing is you should be able to communicate well in English. Okay, these are the 5 things that are required. And for a product role, they require on a higher scale. For a services role, they require on a moderate scale. All are required for both of them. But for product, you require on a higher scale, and for services, you require on a moderate scale. Now let us look at what are these skills. Okay, shall we look at these skills? Okay, so now what are these skills? Let us start with the first one, problem solving. Problem solving is nothing but aptitude. Okay, problem solving is nothing but aptitude. Please, can somebody help me? Who is good at aptitude? Please tell me who is good at aptitude. Any of the students? You just can type yes in the chat box. Are you good at aptitude? I'll ask you a question. Who gives the answer fast? They are good at aptitude. How much is? Yeah, Vignay Bandari. Okay. So Vignay, tell me how much is 122 minus? Wait a minute. Vinay, please tell me how much is 122 minus 78?
44, sir.
44. Oh, very good. Who said this?
Snigdha, sir.
Okay. Snigdha, I take you as my volunteer. So now aptitude. When I say aptitude, most of the people, prepare aptitude from the X, Y, Z point of view. So that is not actually aptitude, that is mathematics. But what is aptitude? Aptitude is visualization. So I'll tell you with one example what is a visualization, or what is aptitude, or what is problem solving. So Snigdha, please help me. I am going now. Okay, just listen to this problem, Snigdha. Or in fact, all of you can answer my question. You are going to a shop. You went to a shop last week and bought 4 kgs of sugar for 200 rupees. Okay, and your sugar got over because you bought last week, got over, and this week you are going to the shop again, and you wanted to buy 4 kgs again. But there is a board on the Kirana shop that there is a 20% discount on sugar. Yeah, 20% discount on sugar. And you are carrying the same 200 rupees to buy 4 kgs like last week. But this week, when you went to the shop, you found that there's a 20% discount. So how much more kgs of sugar do you get? Snigdha, you can try. Others also can try. I'll see who is sharp.
We get the same amount of sugar.
800 grams. 800 grams. Any more answers?
Extra 1 kilo, sir.
1 kilo. Who is this?
Sai Kaushik, sir.
Yeah, Umar Farooq also answered 1 kg. Good. So can you tell me, Sai Kaushik, how?
As per that, 1 kilo is 50 rupees, sir. In that 10% means 10 rupees.
Okay.
For 4 kilos, it is 40 rupees.
That you say?
Yes, sir.
And yeah, then?
50 minus 10 is 40 rupees, sir. So extra 1 kilo.
Yeah, 1 kilo. So that can be told like this, more very clearly. What you said is correct. You have an understanding. So my 1 kg sugar was 50. Now I am getting my sugar for, because of 20% discount, I'm getting for 40 rupees only, right? And I get 4 kg sugar for 160 rupees. I wanted to buy 4 kg.
I think it's 800 grams, not 1 kg. When it's 20% discount.
Yes, sir, 800 grams.
800 grams. We get 800 grams extra.
1 second. Tell me, can you justify that?
Yes, sir. So 50 rupees is 1 kg, and when it's 20% of 50 rupees, we get 10 rupees. So
Yes.
10 into 4. For 4 kgs, we get 40 rupees. So it's 800 grams. When it's 50 rupees, then we get 1 kilo.
No, you
But
should
we are
not.
getting 40 rupees.
What is the discount on sugar? 20%, right?
Yes, sir.
So when you are, earlier it was 50 rupees per kg. So when there is a 20% discount on sugar, what is the kg sugar now?
40 rupees.
So okay, 40 rupees. And how many, you wanted to buy 4 kgs, right?
Yes, sir. 160 rupees.
160 rupees. How much you are left with?
40 rupees.
So how much is the sugar now after discount?
Okay, 1 kilo.
Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is, here, this can be given as a problem, right? This can be given as a problem where you use X and Y or profit and loss, formula and all, right? You must have done earlier. But here it is not, what I mean by visualization is not using X and Y methods and all. Okay. It is, visualizing the problem in the mind, because if you go to the shop, do you ask the shopkeeper, give me a pen and paper, and do you want to put formula or an X and Y and all and do that? No one would do. So the one who is very good at problem solving, they would be able to visualize and calculate the things in the mind and arrive at the solution. So this is all visualization. Do you all agree? Right? So what am I trying to say is, aptitude is nothing but visualization, and we teach aptitude from 3 methods. One is X and XYZ method. Second is with shortcut method. Because initially, if we directly teach with visualization, you'll not be able to catch up. XYZ, shortcut method, then visualization method. So any problem will be taught in these 3 methods, and down the line, what happens? You will acquire that visualization method, and you will become very strong in problem solving. And for you in the future, to clear any aptitude test, it would be just a cakewalk. You can take the feedback of aptitude sessions of SunTek from your seniors of 2022 batch or 21 batch, if you are aware. then they will let you know. Okay, so this is what is aptitude. And I want one more, I want to take up one more problem, okay, which will give you a complete idea about what I mean by visualization and not using pen and paper and answering. Okay, so Snigdha, can you help me again? I'll ask
Yes,
questions,
sure,
you
sir.
will just answer. Yeah, thanks. So all of you, please listen to the question first. A train is starting from Hyderabad at 8 p.m. with 40 kilometers per hour speed. Okay, and it is going towards Bangalore. And on the same night, a train is starting from Bangalore at 10 p.m. with 60 kilometers per hour speed. Okay, and going towards Hyderabad. And don't you think these two trains will meet in between? Yes or no, Sringha? These two trains will meet, right?
Yes, sir.
So the distance between these two stations is 680 kilometers. Okay. Now, my question is, I have my first question. At what distance from Hyderabad? At what distance from Hyderabad? After traveling how much distance this Hyderabad train meets Bangalore train? So this can be answered. You should develop a capacity to answer this question in just 26 seconds. But I'm giving 30 seconds. I'll see who is sharp. I'll repeat. The train is starting from Hyderabad at 8 p.m. going with 40 kilometers per hour speed. Another train is starting on the same night at 10 p.m. going with 60 kilometers per hour speed. So they are going to their respective stations. The distance between these two stations is 680 kilometers. Now I'm asking you a question like, at what distance from Hyderabad the Hyderabad train meets Bangalore?
hours, sir.
Please, type your answers in the chat box. What distance? Any answers?
From Hyderabad, 400 kilometers, sir.
From Hyderabad, 400? No. 450 kilometers from Hyderabad? No. Please.
Sir, 480.
480, 180, 300. Who is Sumvit? Minaj.
Sir, 228.
Sir, 320, sir.
Who is this? Who said 320?
Vinay, sir.
Yeah, tell me how.
Sir, their Hyderabad train is moving at a speed of 40 kilometers, sir. At
Yes.
10, it will cross 80 kilometers, sir. So, at if both trains start at 10 p.m., the relative distance is 600 kilometers and relative speed is 100 kilometer per hour, sir.
Yeah.
So, in 6 hours, they will meet, sir.
Yeah. So now, yeah, I got it. Can I get Snigdha online, please? I want to use your brain to answer this question. Can I use?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So tell me, what time Hyderabad train is starting?
8 p.m., sir.
So by the time Bangalore train starts, how much it is traveling? How many hours it is traveling?
2 hours.
How much distance is it traveling? In 2 hours, how much distance is it traveling?
80 kilometers.
80 kilometers. Good. Anyone can answer, not an issue. So at 10 p.m., what is the distance that is left between these two stations?
600 kilometers.
600 kilometers.
Very good. And from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m., how much distance Hyderabad train travels?
40 kilometers more.
And how much distance, Bangalore train? Bangalore train is also starting at 10, right? 10 to 11, how much does it travel?
60.
So total is how much?
100.
So in 1 hour's time, how much they are traveling? 10 to 11 is 1 hour, right?
Yes, sir.
100 kilometers.
So at 10 p.m. the distance left was 600. By 11 p.m. they are reducing how much distance? 100 kilometers. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So if they are reducing 100 kilometers in 1 hour, to reduce 600 kilometers, how many hours do they require?
6 hours.
6 hours.
6 hours. Now in 6 hours time, from 10 p.m. Hyderabad train travels how many kilometers?
240.
240. And Bangalore trains from 10 p.m. in 6 hours time, because after 6 hours remaining
360.
360. Okay. Now is it from 10 p.m. to 4 p.m. they are traveling, and after 240 kilometers of traveling, Hyderabad train is meeting Bangalore train from 10 p.m. But Hyderabad train originally has started at 8 p.m. How much it has already traveled?
80 kilometers.
So what is the answer? 80 plus 240. Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
And so Hyderabad train is meeting the Bangalore train, because already from 8 to 10 p.m. it has traveled 80 kilometers, and from 10 p.m. it has traveled 240 kilometers to meet the Bangalore train. So 240 plus already traveled 80 kilometers is nothing but 320 kilometers. Now I'm not using pen and paper. Now I'm asking you a question. After traveling how many kilometers Bangalore train has met Hyderabad train? Who is sharp?
360.
360. Wonderful.
360.
Now tell me, after traveling how many hours? After traveling how many hours Bangalore train has met Hyderabad train?
6 hours.
Wonderful. Now tell me, after traveling how many hours Hyderabad train has met Bangalore train?
8 hours.
8 hours.
Now, do you have any more questions to ask in this problem?
At what time they met?
Yeah, at what time? There is a wonderful thing. Tell me at what time?
4 a.m. in the morning.
4 a.m. in the morning. Right? Any more questions that are there possible in this problem? So now what I'm trying about visualization here is, when you visualize a problem like this, you are not only trying to get an answer for the problem. Now you have the complete understanding about the problem, 360 degrees understanding about the problem. This is called as visualization. The 360 degrees understanding about the problem is nothing but your problem solving skill. Then you can find solutions very easy. So did you understand what do I mean by problem solving skill? Guys? Chat box. Nice. So next, let us move to algorithms. What do I mean by algorithms? Any engineering application you are building, this application has got a functionality. So when it has got a functionality, that functionality of how when this person is ordering a food, then the order has to go to the for hotel. So this automatic, is there anyone is this IT application system? If you look at let us look at this part, a small part. Swiggy itself, customer is there. Customer is ordering a food. Is placing an order here. Order. So once the order is placed, what happens? Is there any manpower that they are doing anything? No. There is a program that is written. The program is written based upon an algorithm. Algorithm is nothing but functionality. So customer is placing an order. When an order comes, automatically this order, which is placed in the respective hotel, that will go to the respective hotel. Order will be, sent to that respective hotel. This hotel guy, they receive order in their, UI, on their screen. When they receive order in their screen, what they do, they have an internal application that in the kitchen, there is one guy who is be monitoring, the orders that will be passed. He will be there, they'll get the order, and he will immediately say that 1 veg manchuria, like how it is physically ordered in the hotel. He orders. And what this who is doing all this thing? The IT application system. IT application system. So IT application system is nothing but software. The software is based upon this algorithm. Algorithm is what? No, there is an order. Order is automatically going to hotel, and not just an order. The Swiggy is allocating a Swiggy boy. How, you know, in that area, whoever is there, a message notification goes to all the boys, and whoever the boy they say I will go, he will say yes. Then that order will be, the details will be given to them, and he goes to the hotel, picks the thing and drop. And how all this happens, you know, do you think all this happen with phone calls again? This customer is ordering, then the order goes to hotel, this, you know, Swiggy boy is allocated. All this happens through any phone calls, further phone calls? No. Everything happens with the software, and the software that is built for all these things to happen automatically, and this order, this, you know, functionality is based upon an algorithm. So have you guys understood what is algorithm? And for any engineering application, there will be an algorithm, right? Now, what are data structures? Data structures are nothing but, you know, they are the one which are useful for you to write, you know, solutions. Now, for writing algorithms, you require, you know, algorithm is a, you know, it is a flow. But how you will write that flow? You will write that flow using data structures with one programming language. You need to have data structures using one programming language. You write the code, or you write that algorithm. Okay, you write that algorithm. So you need to know data structures and one programming language. And what do I mean by communication? From past 1.5 hours, I am talking to you, and what the content I am delivering to you is the most important thing. Is it a good content that I have delivered to you? Please tell me in the chat box. Do you feel it is a good content? Yes, guys. So what we require, you know, most of you guys feel that, you know, I'm not good at communication. Do you know what do you mean by, you know, communication in engineering? Yeah, enough. What do you mean by communication engineering? Communication in engineering is nothing but technical communication, not to have very good pronunciation, fluency, voice and accent. They are all only good to have, but what is essential is in your content, which is technical. And if you are strong with all these things, then automatically your content will be very good. And when your content is good, you can be very good at your technical communication. Don't be afraid of, you know, grammar, language. You must have seen a lot of senior engineers who are giving interview in the TV. They are, you know, senior chief engineers and all, working in irrigation department and all government sectors. If you look at their interviews, you know, they have grammatical mistakes, you know, mother tongue influence, you know, and, improper fluency, improper pronunciation. But have you observed their content is proper? So that is what is required for you. I'm telling you, that is called as technical communication. Don't worry about your communication. You must have seen a lot of your, you know, seniors or your uncles, aunts, or brothers, elder sisters, and all, who before joining a company, you know, they were how they were in communication, and after joining the company, how they were. It is because, you know, they are doing a technical communication and they become good. You also will become good. Don't worry about that. But we will also train you on English, besides aptitude. Okay. So we will train you on algorithms, we'll train you on data structures, we'll train you on programming languages. What we train you is Java or Python. You can choose one. So this is all we train, we train you, right? And now this is all called as what? So all these are called as skills, right? Do you agree? These are all called as skills. But you know, there is one more aspect called attitude. Attitude. And this attitude is dependent upon your mindset. And based upon your mindset, how your thought is, how your actions are. Okay. Actions are for yourself, but how your interactions with the people, other people. So how your interactions are. So your attitude depends upon your mindset, in which how is your thought process, how are your actions, and how are your interactions with the other entities of this nature. Okay, for all this, to tell you in one thing, you know, I wanted to take up one HR question. Okay, and tell you what do we mean by this, you know, proper attitude, right attitude. They call us right attitude. Okay. Right attitude. Let us look at it. Give me a minute. Okay, I'll be.